Hello and welcome to the program Ghana Speaks. My name is Enoch Ijo. Thanks so much for making time. And this episode is going to be very interesting, especially for my followers on TikTok. I realized that the video that we did some few months ago, it was uploaded just some few days, and a lot of people seem to have interest in that particular video where we're looking at the comparisons between, that is, Ghana and Nigeria. A lot of comments have been passed. I've seen a lot of stuff, and let me say hi to the man PK and also to the many other people who have also shared words. And we're going to go into detail and understand why, if you compare Ghana to Nigeria, this and that is what you're going to get. And there are statements that many a time people make, that there are so many things to think about, to discuss, rather than to talk about Ghana, Nigeria, as if you are interested in creating confusion. We'll go into that. But this program is probably brought to you by the Hawk Investigations and WACO. When it comes to investigations of all kinds, that is the one company that you need to fall on. So if you want them to investigate something for you, just call them on 020-228-3252. That's 020-228-3252, and they'll be there to sort you out. And those of you who are into the construction industry, you want to construct roads, you want to build schools, there's but one company that I recommend for you. You need sand, gravel, call WACO on 0505 71 4871. That's 0505 71 4871. We'll be right back after this.
In a world where darkness rules, a world without a law, a world where truth is hidden, this is the world where we shine our light to make it better so you can sleep. We are the hunters of truth. Hawk Investigation Company. We hunt for the truth. Call us 0 any day, anytime, and we will be there to hunt.
Welcome back. I realized that a video that we shared or did 2 months ago, the team decided that we had to share it on TikTok. It has generated a lot of conversations, and as I said, that's the part 1, and this is going to be the part 2. Comparison between Ghana and Nigeria, the dangers ahead. It is important to note that if you wish to compare Ghana and Nigeria, there are some key factors that you need to look at. What makes Ghana this and what makes Nigeria that? But I've heard people make the statement that it's not important to discuss Ghana, Nigeria, because there are so many important issues to talk about. So the question to those people is, what do you call the most important of all? Because if you do not discuss this, how then do we mend the relationship between the two, countries? If you do not discuss this, how can we tell who is saying what and who is saying that? How can we correct our mistakes? It is very important that certain things must clearly be defined and must be put right. So let's discuss, or let's go forward. Listen to him.
People like Cyrus, that according to the Washington-based Migration Policy Institute, Nigerians are the most successful and educated immigrant group in Africa, in America. Maybe that's why it's beefing. Our Nollywood movies, our skit makers, our music artists are putting African positively in the world map, not just West Africa. Not to mention people like Philip Emeagwali, our Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, our Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, our Professor Wole Soyinka, and whether she likes it or not, our Kemi Badenoch, and numerous mayors and members of parliament in UK, US, and Canada. Not even to mention the basketballers, footballers, including American football. And now, let me drive it home, because at the verse, the Ghana should remember why we choose to mention bad eggs. Let me remind him of the Nigerian banks and companies setting up shops in Ghana and providing employment opportunities for Ghanaians. Corporations like Zenith Bank, Access Bank, Guaranty Trust Bank, Fidelity Bank, and even fintechs like Flutterwave, Plenty Waka, Remis Capital Ventures Garden, Multigate Solutions, Sandbox Software, Bento Technologies, and Instant Payment Solutions. Not to talk of other smaller supply chains, and including sell side. I don't even mention people like Alhaji Aliko Dangote and UBA of Tony Elumelu, who is, raising entrepreneurs across Africa and creating billionaires. How about him?
All right. I must be, very honest with you that at the time when I did the very first video, I didn't know much about Kemi. I didn't know much about her. Otherwise, I would have, at the time, even played the video that I'll be playing very soon. But this guy still needs education and still needs to do his homework well. I don't mean to insult him in any way, no. But it's very important that as journalists, we research on whatever thing that we say and whatever thing that we do. You mentioned that according to an institution in the United States of America, Nigerians are the most successful and educated immigrants in America or in the world, something like that. Therefore, I wish to ask the question that, as for Ghanaians, we have accepted that we know nothing. But how come someone who is highly educated, with all the brains that you have, you end up becoming an immigrant in somebody's country with all the education? I just want to understand that, because I'm confused. With all the education, with all the knowledge, you end up as an immigrant in somebody's country. You need to ask yourself that question. Then you also made a statement, whether Kemi likes it or not, she is a Nigerian. Are you sure? Now listen to what she said about immigrants, the very people that you are claiming that they are highly educated. As far as Africa is concerned, they are highly educated in the world or in America. Listen to her.
Where would you propose that 150,000 people would go? Because the original Rwanda plan was going to take perhaps 1,000 people over 5 years.
Laura,
so where would those people all go?
Not here, not here. They do not belong here. They are committing crimes. They are hurting people. We have been trying to deport so many people and have been facing obstacles in the legal system. That's why we're leaving the ECHR. We tried to deport a Jamaican national who had committed crimes. Shabana Mahmood and Keir Starmer wrote a letter asking us not to deport him. He went on to kill someone else later. I'm tired of us asking all of these irrelevant questions about where should they go. They will go back to where they should do or another country, but they should not be here. We need to look after the people in our country.
But where would you propose that 150,000 people would go? Because the original Rwanda plan was going to take perhaps 1,000 people over 5 years.
Laura,
so where would those people all go?
Not here, not here. They do not belong here. They are committing crimes. They are hurting people. We have been trying to deport so many people and have been facing obstacles in the legal system. That's why we're leaving the ECHR. We tried to deport a Jamaican national who had committed crimes. Shabana Mahmood and Keir Starmer wrote a letter asking us not to deport him. He went on to kill someone else later. I'm tired of us asking all of these irrelevant questions about where should they go. They will go back to where they should do or another country, but they should not be here. We need to look after the people in our country.
But it's not.
Well, that is not coming from me. Your very own Nigerian, the lady that you are trying your best possible to use as an important personality to make your point, is denying her roots, to the extent that she's even making a point that she believes that immigrants will have to leave. Then it looks as if any day, any time, Nigerians, or some Nigerians, let me put it, correct, some Nigerians move to some countries, they end up owning or becoming more citizens than the very citizens who even own those countries. They don't belong here. They don't belong here. That is what you were saying. Looking at a black person talking like that is so sad. And you are happy. You are proud. Using her to make arguments or to make points. My brother, do your research well. She doesn't have sympathy for her own people. In we have someone in US. Her name, Mami Ewuse Frimpong. She is the judge. And like I told you before, she was able to block an initiative against immigrants, which also helped or assisted immigrants, including Ghanaians, Nigerians, and other nationals as well. While someone in England or UK is calling on the fellow white people to sack immigrants, we have another black person who happens to be a Ghanaian. She is rather blocking an initiative or a policy so that immigrants will stay. That is how sympathetic Ghanaians are. Watch this.
Today we are going to talk about a federal judge who has become the center of news and discussion all across America, Judge Mame Yusi Mensah Frimpong. According to Newsweek, she blocked the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, from carrying out the aggressive tactics that the Trump administration was trying to implement, and this bold decision has placed her directly in the national spotlight. Judge Frimpong's ruling has not only shaken legal experts, but has also forced ordinary people to reflect on the direction of America's legal system. For immigrant communities, this decision is seen as a major relief because ICE's aggressive raids and tactics were having the greatest impact on undocumented families and vulnerable individuals. Frimpong's step stands as a strong example of judicial independence and protection of human rights, making her a unique and powerful figure. If you think about it, for a federal judge to take such a stand on a politically sensitive issue is an incredibly risky and bold move, as it brings with it political pressure, media scrutiny, and public backlash. But she sent a clear message: the Constitution and the law stand above everything else. Right now, her name is trending across America's social media platforms. Immigration activists are calling her a hero, while Trump supporters are labeling her ruling controversial. Yet one fact is undeniable. Through her decision, Judge Frimpong has shown the true meaning of the power and independence of the judiciary. In the coming days, we will see what the political and legal fallout of this case will be. But for now, one thing is clear: Judge Mame Yusi Mensah Frimpong is America's top trending judge, and her name is being written into history.
Again, I still want to take you on this very ride and this very journey. The next video, I want you to know the kind of people we have in this country, how caring we are, how we love each other and care for one another. A Nigerian, we call him Mr. Thief. He went to a Ghana community to steal. They had every opportunity to finish him, because I know too well, if this was in Nigeria, this guy would not have survived. But this guy, they said, don't beat him, allow him to work. After working, he was given food. They gave him something to wear. And then he even got a woman. Watch this.
Why do you come and steal in our community?
I wanted to come. I'm a barber.
You are a barber?
Yes.
You know something? You are going to collect all the sand from this water. Do you hear what I said? What a fish?
Fish and chicken.
Fish and what?
And chicken.
Fish and what?
And chicken.
Are you the one who's stealing Akotola tea? Are you the one who's stealing Akotola tea?
Yes.
Are you the one? So next time will you steal again?
I will not steal again.
Thank you. Next time don't steal again. You know? Give him chicken and fish. Chicken and fish. The number one special food. What's it? Hey, chicken and fish. Mr. Thief say he like chicken. Chicken and what?
Chicken and fish.
Chicken and what? Or orange or rush or which drink you know drink? Club. Rush. Say you don't get rush. You get stoned. Fresh girl. Fresh girl. Man, Osmojo. Yes, money. Charlie, as you see this lady, she said she love Joe. Charlie Joe. You Charlie, Jojo.
August State.
You are the one who steal and get food and get clothes and get Joe. Another more bangu. It's okay. As you see the lady right standing here, she says she's in love with you. What will you say?
Okay, I would say I'm in love with her.
This is what we call Ghana. Can this happen in Nigeria? Can this happen in Nigeria? And this very story happened some few years ago. Let's continue on, my brother. We are religiously tolerant when it comes to religion, much more than any other country in the world, in my opinion, or maybe in Africa. Why am I saying so? When we talk about religious tolerance in our world, it's very rare to see Christians and Muslims coming together. For some reasons, when it comes to the topic of religion, Africa, we strongly believe in the kind of faith that we join, Islam and Christian and all those stuff. But in Nigeria, this is what happened. And someone once said, the whole Nigeria is a crime scene. Do you know why? Because of corruption. Corrupt leaders. Your leaders cannot crack the whip. So there are some places in Nigeria that military men cannot even go there because of indiscipline and corruption. This young lady, beautiful young lady, as you can see on my background, what happened to her? All because she said that this is a WhatsApp group, therefore it should be used for that purpose. They said that that is blaspheming. She has spoken against Prophet Muhammad, and what happened? They stoned her, burnt her, they killed her, that beautiful young lady, because of religion. This happened in Nigeria, not Ghana, in Nigeria. The interesting thing is, the very people who committed that particular barbaric crime, they were able to stand before camera. Look at the young guy. He was proud, saying that he was the one who burnt the lady. What happened to these guys? Because of religion. Sorry?
Come and do that in Ghana.
Come to our country and do such a thing. You will not even last an hour. This guy or those guys were so happy that they killed and burnt a young lady. Wow! For me, my guy inside is laughing. Yeah. He was the one who was talking about the evil forest. Very soon you will see his face. Oh, one of these days, yes. Answer. One of these days he will come on screen, isn't it?
Evil forest.
Evil forest, you know. You see, this cannot happen in my beloved Ghana. For me, it's very difficult to stand in front of a lady or a woman to exchange words with a woman. It's beneath me. I can't do that. I can't do that. Left alone to have the idea to stretch my hand. And these guys did not just even assault the young lady, they burnt her alive. Wow! Animals who call themselves human beings.
Oh,
I'm telling you, Answer. This couldn't have happened in my country. In my local language, a fancy language, I will not translate. It will never happen in my country. Now let me tell you what happens in Ghana between Muslims and Christians. This is one country that we all agree that if the president is from the north, let the vice also come from the south. If the president is from the south, let the vice come from the north. At the same time, we've had situations and periods where we had two Southerners as president and vice. Still, we accepted it. When the Muslim community in the country, they are celebrating whatever festive season, we join them. equally, when we are also doing ours, they join us. That's the unity and love. And you never get anything like this anywhere. This is a video of a dominant place or area in a Muslim dominated place in Ghana called Nima. That place has beautiful northness. Let me salute them. One of these days I'll be visiting, because I lived in that area at a particular point in time. You know, Mamobi, Kawukudi, yeah, in the early days, long time ago. You never forget your root. Very nice people, beautiful Muslims. At that particular place called Nima, it's 100%. I mean, let's say 98% Muslims. Someone will say 100%, but let's say 98%. And they also have a small Christian group. And whenever any of them is worshiping, if it's the Muslim who are going to the mosque, the Christians will allow them to do their beautiful worship. And if the Christians who are going to the church, the Muslims will also allow them to do their worship. At the end, they come together. This is Nima. This is what happens there. Watch this.
I've never seen anything like this in my life.
This is the beginning, you know what I'm saying?
We believe that God bring it and God take it again. God's name should be praised.
There is no any divider, any discrimination among us. We are all one as one family.
How you doing? You good? People here are Muslims, right?
Yes, yes.
We have to go around so as not to disturb them.
Yes.
When the Muslims are praying, the Christians stop what they are doing out of respect. A lot of houses here, Muslim and Christian are living together in the same house.
The church is here and the mosque is literally 100 meters. How is life here?
Good, because we have each other.
I go to the world.
Answer. What do you think? Is this not beautiful?
Extremely beautiful.
Ghana.
The question is, why should we fight?
That is
You have
it.
your beliefs, I have my beliefs, we move forward.
We move forward. But in Nigeria, you had the opportunity as a broadcast journalist to ask the question, why has Nigeria become a crime scene? Why the image that Nigeria, when you talk about rituals, kidnapping, is Nigeria? That when someone is about to transact business with you, and the person listens to the accent, and the person listens to your accent, and then you go like, please, are you, where do you come from? Oh, I'm a Nigerian. At that particular moment, the person changes the mind. Are you not bothered, Mr. Broadcaster? And you are just sitting down there behind the screen. I see you were rapping. And you think we're making sense. People many a time make statement that some of us are promoting xenophobia. I don't know what they mean by that. Xenophobia. Why will I do that?
I say that's what happened in Ghana.
That is a good question. I'm going to show you another video. You see a Christian and a Muslim discussing about Jesus Christ. What this one?
Yeah, he wasn't the son of God in a physical way, because we say human beings have children, but God doesn't have physical children.
Don't you think he's a special son? Because the day he was born, there was a brightest star. Like there was a biggest star that led 3 wise men to where he was born. And before he was born, a prophecy was already made.
We believe he was special. We agree that he was a special man, one of the most special men in the whole of history. We agree. Just like Abraham was a special man, and just like Moses was a special man. Yes, we agree that he was a special man. He was the Messiah. He was a messenger. So does this make sense? Yeah, so really there's not much difference between, if we agree, then really you're more like a Muslim now. You've become a Muslim now, brother.
Wow. Yes. This is Ghana for you.